Today's video is sponsored by me, Jason Akers. I know a lot of YouTubers and content creators are placing ad breaks in their videos these days in order to make ends meet. And I understand why, but all my videos are created by me, paid for by me. I buy my own cameras, editing software, microphones. I spend hours of time recording and editing the videos for you, my audience. I don't like a lot of self-promotion, but I wanted to take the time to let you know about the ways you can help support the videos and my content. I have a large list of links in every description of every video I provide you with. All of the pesticides I use in my business are listed on my Amazon page. When I started my business, I used Amazon a lot in order to receive my chemicals and equipment the next day delivery. It's a service that I trust. So I list pesticides there for you to find. I also have several affiliate links listed for B&G products and pesticides as well. My course on bedbugs is the #1 course on Udemy's website that goes over extensive treatment methods on the control of bedbugs, from automobile treatment to living room and even bedrooms as well. If you have checked all of those links and still wish to support me, I have a PayPal, Patreon, and other ways to donate to the channel in the links on my main page of YouTube, as well as in the description of every one of my videos. As always, the best way to support me at what means the most to me is if you will like this video, if you will share this video with your friends, and if you will subscribe to my channel. That honestly means the most to me, and that's what keeps me going, truly. More than money, more than anything else, is just keeping you guys happy and keeping you with the content that you like to have. Speaking of subscribing, I also have a join button at the top of my YouTube channel as well. This feature is new with YouTube and works in much the same way as a Twitch subscription works. When you hit this button and join the channel, it gives you special features that only joining the channel can give. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, giving me any suggestions you might have for the next video. So don't forget, like and subscribe, and on with the show. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody doing all right? Everybody ready for a show? Talk about some bugs. We're going to talk about some bed bugs and all kinds of bugs, aren't we? So I want to go over something because I forgot last week. So let's see if I can get this thing up here so we can talk about it. Because I want to bring it up. So here, we're going to go here. We're going to go youtube.com/green Akers PC. Alright, there's my YouTube channel. Now, if you're here, you should subscribe. You should like the video, but only if you... Man, look at that screen. Look at that screen right there. That's great, ain't it? Anyway, you should subscribe if you're not already. You know, all that good stuff. Subscribe, join, whatever. You know, all the good stuff. So, I want to go over to my community page. And I want to share some stuff with you. Crazy stuff. What is this? Ah! There we go. Alright, so those are some bug bites. Hey, Kenju. Nice to see you here. Always let me know that you're here. So, I took this picture 3 weeks ago. These bug bites. See? Oh, no. What is it? So, let's read some comments on this. I got 27 comments. Holy cow. I didn't realize it was that many. Alright. As a pest control technician, my professional opinion is that I am not a dermatologist, and bed bug bites present no similarity to many present so similarly to many other types. It's nearly impossible to diagnose. That is the best one. That is the best answer of anybody in the whole thing. Alright, that's the best answer. So I'm going to guess fleas because just the thought of them being from anything else is absolutely terrifies me. OMG, I'm itching and freaking out looking at them. I have a phobia of bed bugs since it's happened to me once. Pretty sure bed bug bites. Have you brought fleas home? Have you brought friends home? Sorry. 2 options, either fleas or bed bugs. Let's see. I have a question. Have you gotten a disease from flea bites? No, I have not. I already know it's not bed bugs because I don't react to bed bugs. Who is that? Is that Charlie? Do you want to say hi to the audience, Charlie? Let's get you up here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Wave. Yay. Here's Charlie. He's ready for bed. He's got his nightgown. Not his nightgown. Oh, man, look at these slippers. Oh, man.
Slippers.
Look at these fancy slippers. I'm going to take it off your foot so I can show everybody. Look at that. Isn't that handsome? He just got the best slippers. That's just so nice. There you go.
I found them in my closet.
You found them in your closet. Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
They're very nice. They keep your feet nice and toasty.
Yeah.
All right. Say bye.
Bye.
All right. He got to go to bed. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. These bug bites. So most everybody in the comments swore up and down it was bed bugs, bed bugs, bed bugs. A couple people guessed right, but some people said no-see-ums. A lot of people guessed fleas. Chiggers was a good one. I know a German cockroach bite when I see one. You got roaches. All right, they're fleas. So I react really bad to flea bites, and this was actually a flea that had bit me. So I got bit by lots of fleas. Actually, my sock was right here. So I had a flea bite me here. I had a flea bite me here. Normally, I get them worse. Normally, they'll bite all along the rim of my sock, where my sock sits up on my leg. And so that's actually what had bit me. It was not bed bugs. It was fleas. So that is what it was. And actually, I've got flea bites on me right now because I went into a house today. So I went in this house today. The woman got fleas all over the place. Eat me up. Pretty miserable. So, what's up?
I want something to do.
You can go to bed. Yes, you can. You wanted something to do. You can go upstairs, close your eyes, and dream about chocolate. Because chocolate is fun to dream about.
Well, Emma's cleaning their room.
Oh, Emma is cleaning their room. Well, I mean, he could sit down here for a little while, but that thing right there that he wants to do is not going to work because I turned the server off because I got to do my live stream, so I turned it off.
Yeah, you have to go upstairs.
So, I tell you what you can do. You can go get me my water. You can go get me my water. I don't have my water. I forgot my water tonight. So anyway, yes, it was fleas. I wanted to real quick answer that because somebody actually mentioned it to me earlier. Last week and said, I missed the live stream. What was it that bit you? And I'm like, it was fleas. It was fleas. But chiggers are something, I'm actually need to make a video on chigger bites because chiggers are absolutely almost identical to bed bug bites. And so I got a call. It was last week. I got a call last week. A lady is trying to sell her house. And she gets these bug bites on her. And she's really concerned it's bed bugs because she's got bite looks a lot like bed bug bites. But she has a job where now she hasn't found any signs of bed bugs. She hasn't found any bed bug poop. She hasn't found any droppings. Oh, this is almost empty.
Dad.
Oh, I gotta do like this. There we go. Whenever you drink, you should always hold your pinky out. It makes you classy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I could wear my suit because you turned the server off.
No, I don't think so.
But you said turn off the server.
Yeah, I did. So you need to go away because I am streaming my live stream. So go on upstairs.
I'll be right here.
So anyway, this lady has a job where she goes into the woods a lot to use the bathroom because she doesn't, it's just the type of job she has. And so what happened is when she was over in the bathroom, using the bathroom in the woods, she picked up chiggers. And it wasn't bed bugs at all, it was chiggers. So chiggers are a real thing. I did not know certain people don't have reactions to bed bugs. Does that mean no bite marks? I don't have reaction to bed bugs. All right, so I'm going to go over something tonight. We'll bring up a paint. Let me bring up a paint. Oh, is paint not going to work because I need to reboot my stupid computer? Paint. I have to find it because my Windows is stupid. Don't. Go over there then. Don't go on over there then. Alright, let me see what I got here. Paint. Is paint, where is paint located? How do you find paint? Is it under Microsoft Office Tools? No, it's not it. Where is paint? He can't be quiet. He's a 4-year-old.
Okay, I'm going to have to turn this off.
He's going to have to go to bed. That's what it is about it. I don't think anybody's listening to me about going to bed. I don't think anybody's going to go to bed tonight. Let me see. Where is paint? Does anybody know where paint is? Paint. Where's paint kept, Alicia Joe?
I don't know.
Windows accessories. Paint. Ha 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 ha! I remembered. Okay, cool. All right. So let's talk about bed bugs. Let's talk about bug bites. That's what we're going to talk about in the first half hour of the show tonight. I'm not taking any calls right now, but I'm going to talk about bed bug bites. So I'm going to get that phone number off of the screen so people don't try to call because I'm not taking calls right now. But I want to go over bed bug bites. So let's say you lay in the bed, all right? Which most people do, right? Most people lay in the bed, right? You lay in the bed, Alicia? Everybody lays in the bed. Yeah. Yep. All right. So let's say you're laying in the bed. All right. So you are asleep. Let's see. Let's get good in sleep. Let's be asleep like me. Drooling everywhere. All right. There we go. You're asleep on the bed. Your arm is like this. You're laying on your arm, maybe. Okay. So there you are. Sleeping in the bed. Okay? Now, what happens? Let's look at this. I'm going to talk about grouped bed bug bites. All right? So let's draw a circle here. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna point here, and we're gonna show the arm. All right. So your arm is laid like this, just like this. Let's go with the pencil. Doesn't that look great? Okay. So this is zoomed in to this area right here. So your arm is laid there. You're laying on your arm, right? The bed bugs come up to you, and they're like, they bite you here, and they bite you here, and they bite you here, because what happens is you've got multiple bed bugs, right? You got 3 bed bugs. Let's say you got 3 bed bugs, and they're all biting you on your arm. So you got 1, 2, 3 bed bug bites right in a row, and because your arm is laid against the pillow, okay? So your pillow is right here. This is horrible. This is awful. Awful. But anyway, they're sitting on the sheet or the pillow or whatever, and they're biting you on your arm. So that's usually why you get, because they like to so bed bugs like to perch. Let me show you. Let me do it up close here. So bed bugs perch like this. So it's like, imagine you're eating an ear of corn, and you're like that, okay? So the bed bug is perched on you like this, feeding at the trough. Okay, you're the trough. That sounds horrible, but that's what you are. So the bed bugs are there, and they're biting you 1, 2, 3 in a row. That's why you get the telltale sign of 3 lines, 3 bites in a row. Do they have to bite you like this? No. It's just the most common way bed bugs bite because they're sitting on the pillow or they're sitting on the sheet, they're perched up on your arm, and they're biting you in a row. So that's what they do, typically. But what will usually happen is a bed bug will start to feed, you'll move or shift, and the bed bug will slip. It's like, oh, and slips and falls off. So now the bed bug is not feeding, but it wants another bite. So then it goes in and bites you again. So like, let's say this one right here slipped off. Well, then he's going to go back in. He's going to bite you again right there. Maybe he slips off again. He bites you again right there. So now you've got a spot where you've got 3 little dots where he's bitten you. And now it clusters up and you get all swollen around this spot because you've gotten bit there. And if you let the swelling go down, you'll actually see you got 3 little bite marks where it bit you 3 in a row. So now you've got a cluster of bites in one spot. So that's the reason why bed bugs bite in a cluster. And that's why they bite in a line. So that's typically, why everybody thinks that bug bites like this look like bed bugs, because you got them in a line. See, you got 2 right there, right in line with each other, or even this one and this one is right in line with each other. And they always think that, oh, if they're in a line, if you can draw a straight line between those 2 bites, well, that's where the sheet laid, and that's where the bug has bit you. But that's not actually true, not every time. So don't assume that you got bed bug bites just because they're in a line, because these are not bed bug bites. These are actually flea bites. So, but I want to go over something else. So let's go back to this drawing. Let's go back to the drawing screen. So I've had some discussions with my Discord lately, and I wanted to bring this up tonight. Okay? So we're going to talk about CO2 machines. Let's look at one. Let's bring one up real quick. Let's go ahead and bring one up. CO2. Machine for bed bugs. All right. Let's see. Are we going to find any? It looks like everybody's wanting to sell heat machines. Bed bug supply. All right, so this is considered like a CO2 trap. Okay, it's a trap. So there are 3 things that a bed bug, well, 2 things that a bed bug's attracted to. All right, this is how they find you. You're a human. All right, you give off CO2. All right, which is carbon dioxide. That's the special carbon dioxide. So 1 part carbon, 2 parts oxygen. That's why it's CO2. Because you don't have to put a 1 right here, because that's just, you don't need an exponent there. All right, so it's CO2. Okay? But a human also gives off heat. The heat signature of a human body, 98.6 degrees. Let's actually put that, 98.6. Okay, so those are the 2 things that you need to attract bed bugs, right? Is that it? Is that all you need to attract bed bugs? So let me give you a story. Now this is one story. I've got hundreds, but let's use this one story. So you've got a house. Let's go home. Let's do the little box. All right. You've got a house. This is your living room. Okay. And this is your bedroom. Off the side of the living room. Let's see, maybe it's a little bit smaller because living room's usually pretty big. All right, and then you have a doorway between the 2 right here. Okay. Now let's pretend everyone in here. We're gonna play pretend. We're gonna pretend we're watching Barney, like I did when I was a kid, and we're gonna have a happy game of pretend. All right. So everyone in the room, everyone in the chat room, right now, you're all a woman. No matter what, you're a woman. All right? You sleep in this bed in here. This is your bed. All right? King size bed. Big old bed. Comfortable. Beautiful, wonderful bed. All right? That's your bed. You're a woman. All right? That's what you are. Let's do this. Let's shrink this down. Go with 18. All right. Woman. All right? The woman is sleeping in the bed. Okay? Let's do like this. Let's do like this. Ooh, like this. And we're going to give her some legs. And arms. And a little head. All right. Sleeping in there. You're a woman. Okay? Now, in this room over here, there is a lazy boy chair, and then there's like a TV here. Okay? Now, you're married. You are a woman. You are a woman. Your husband is in this lazy boy recliner, and he's sleeping in here. So we're going to put the man here. All right? M-A-N. Man. All right, he's sleeping in this. This is a lazy boy recliner. Let's keep the story, okay? Now, this is true. This really happened to me. All right, so this man that's in this chair, he decides to go on a fishing trip. All right, he's going to go on a fishing trip. All right, he's gone. He's going to go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And we're going to do like this, and a little bobber there. He's fishing. Okay? He's fishing. Fishing. When he goes on his fishing trip, he picks up bed bugs. Nobody knows it, but he picks up bed bugs. He brings them back home, and he sleeps in his recliner, because that's what he likes to do. That's where he sleeps, right? And he's getting eaten up with bed bugs. Now, he doesn't notice it. He doesn't have a reaction to bed bug bites at all. He's getting eaten up. They are feeding on him. In fact, his chair, when I opened his chair up, it probably had 1,000 bed bugs in it. It was absolutely loaded. It was full. But the bed bugs were not biting you. You're the woman, remember? Bed bugs are not biting you. You are not reacting. He's not reacting. Nobody's reacting from any bed bug bites. No one in the house except him. He's getting bit. There are no bed bugs on this bed. There are only bed bugs on this chair. Now, when he comes home, he puts his fishing stuff in this closet right here. Right, there's a closet right here. He puts his bags and his clothes in this closet. All right? It's a hang closet, whatever. So there's his closet. He puts all of his clothes right here. The clothes are in the room with the woman. His bags, everything. Everything he brought home is in this closet. No bed bugs on the bed. No bed bugs with the woman. At all. All the bed bugs are on this chair. There are no bed bugs anywhere else in the house. So, he's not reacting from bed bug bites. He has not seen a single bed bug in his house at all. None. No one has seen anything. So this man, about 3 months later, he decides to go on a second fishing trip. He goes on a second fishing trip. All right? Times 2. There you go. He's on his second trip. Now, these bed bugs no longer have this man to eat. They were munching. It was a delicious, delicious meal. So, they decide, oh, wait, I can smell this woman. They smell you. I can smell this woman over here. So they walk over in here, and they start eating her. She has horrible reactions. She starts getting itchy. She gets bites all over her body. It's driving her crazy. She calls me. I come out to the house. I'm like, holy cow, this is ground zero, definitely. There are thousands of bed bugs in this chair. Like 4 on the bed. There's thousands in this chair. Okay? Her bed has like 3 or 4 bed bugs. But this chair right here is loaded. So, this man gives off CO2 and a heat signature. This woman gives off CO2 and a heat signature. They both are attracting bed bugs. They're both attractive to bed bugs. But this man, for some reason, he came home, put all his junk, whatever, in his closet. And these bed bugs could have eaten this woman, but they didn't. They went to this man, and they got on his chair, and they started eating him. So, the whole moral of the story is bed bugs are not just attracted to CO2 and a heat signature of 98.6 degrees. They are attracted to CO2, a heat signature of 98.6 degrees, and body chemistry. Now, it's a man. They were attracted to the man. They were biting the man. As soon as he left and they had no other option for a blood meal, they started biting the woman. But they preferred him. They preferred him. It's like when you have a dish of food on the table and you've got a 4-year-old sitting there and he's going to pick everything out that he wants to eat. And he ain't going to eat the stuff he don't want to eat. He's going to push the broccoli to the side. He's not going to eat his broccoli. Well, actually, Charlie will eat his broccoli. That's a bad choice of words. Brussels sprouts or something. I don't know. What does Charlie not eat?
What does Charlie not eat?
What does Charlie not eat?
Oh, I don't even know.
There's a lot of food Charlie doesn't eat, but I can't think of it right now. But anyway, he's going to pick dessert. He's going to tell you, my food belly's full. I need to fill up my dessert belly. So he's going to pick a dessert over food every time. But if the dessert's not there and there is no ice cream and there is no cake to eat, he will eat his food. So the point is that bed bugs are not just attracted by these two things. Now, he wasn't having a reaction to bed bug bites. He didn't know he had bed bugs, but the bed bugs were biting him. So he didn't react. He didn't have reactions. His wife did. His wife did not start getting bit until the man left the house. Then they decided, oh, I'm going to go eat this woman. Now, we don't know. This is something that we don't know for sure. We do not know, and that's me included in this group of people and scientists and stuff like that, is that they don't know what it is that is attractive from one person to another. Now, most of the time when I go in a house, if the woman is laying on this side of the bed and the man is sleeping on this side of the bed, most of the time the bed bugs will gravitate towards the woman's side of the bed. For some reason, they're more attracted to women. I don't know why. Most of the time. There are instances where they're more attracted to the man, like in this specific story that really happened to me. They were more attracted to him than her. But when she's the only option, they chew on her. So there is something to be drawn from this. The conclusion to be drawn from this whole story is that bed bugs need not just heat and CO2. They also need, they have a matter of taste. So those are the things that bed bugs need. And this is why CO2 machines don't work. Because one, the CO2 machine, this thing, this is only producing CO2. That's it. Bed bugs are not just attracted to CO2. Okay? They're attracted to CO2, heat signature, and they have a matter of taste. They have a preference. Now, sometimes when they get in the house, they bite everybody. Okay? They don't just bite one person. They might bite everybody in the house. But there are certain circumstances where the bed bugs just prefer a different person. I've got a house I'm doing right now where the two bedrooms are side by side, and the woman brought bed bugs in on a brand new, it was actually a brand new box spring. It was supposed to be a brand new box spring, but it ended up being a used box spring. She didn't know it, but the company they bought it from tried to slip her a used box spring instead of a new one, and infested her house with bed bugs. And so they started biting her husband, and they preferred him over her. But when he leaves, they'll bite her. So, there are instances where bed bugs do prefer men over women. But in my certain specific instances where I go in houses, I find most of the time they prefer women. So that's my story. That's why CO2 machines are crap, garbage. Don't waste your money. I know there's people that promote these things. There's even some guy on my Discord that's been talking about them like crazy lately, swearing up one side and down the other. Oh, they're like the best thing since sliced bread, but they're not. They're not. They don't work. They're garbage. It's just, they're tricking you into buying these things that are just garbage. They're crap. They don't work. Don't waste $20. All right, this is $21 right here, this one. This is too much to spend. What they'll do is they'll take these things like this, they'll put it up here, and they'll be like, well, you know, $21, that's not too bad. I can afford that. So it's like low price with the possibility of high reward. But truthfully, you end up with something that you just wasted $21 on. And if 100 people waste $21, look at how much money this company has made off of something that doesn't work. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got real quiet and just listened to the demonstration. It was really nice. But anyway, I hadn't had anybody asking any questions that whole time. So that's what I was going to say. That's my story. What do you think about that? What do y'all think about that? How often do flight attendants get bed bugs? I asked one, and she said she never checks for hotel beds. I doubt she'd even know what one looks like. I don't get bed bugs, and I'm in them every day, almost every day. Can you briefly explain why bed bugs? Okay, so I already did that one. I'm getting bites on my legs, even though I wear tight leggings when I sleep. Is this possible? I mean, yeah, if it's something other, it might be something other than bed bugs. We as techs are not in a position to diagnose bites. Exactly. I have a gallon of Orthomax. Will it work for me? Probably not. Yes, I always get the bites on my hands. Let's see. Kenju says, I used to get a lot of bites on my hands. A few times it looked like I had been in some crazy fights, and now how bad they messed up my knuckles. Let's see. Matt says, my bed bugs really like my bicep area. You go like this. Go like this. Just go, hey, baby. That, and then just bite on it. I've been watching your videos for a month. I bought the heaters and a gallon of Crossfire. Still having the problem, specifically the baby ones. Heaters? What heaters? Fleas are typically from the waist down, though, correct? No! Fleas bite you everywhere they can. Shoot! I go in a house fully uniformed. I got long sleeves. I wear long pants. They get down in my collar. They bite all around my neck. They get up in between my buttons, and they bite me on my chest. They bite me anywhere they can get a hold of me. Most of the time, they bite you on your ankles because they like to dig in around your socks when they first get on you. But they bite you all over. All over. I've had them on my back. Oh, I hate fleas. I just hate fleas. If you had to rate fleas on a bedbug scale, fleas are way worse than bedbugs. I just had a Crossfire treatment professionally done 3 days ago. What factors should I consider when determining if I need a second treatment? Give it 30 days and see if you need a second treatment. If you're still getting bit after 30 days, call them back. My neighbor next door to me says he does not have bed bugs, but I find that strange when I do. Now I know why. So he does have them, but has no reaction. Now, maybe he probably doesn't have bed bugs. Did you not watch this? Did you not watch this demonstration? Now, let's pretend you're in this apartment, and you're the woman that lives in this apartment. And this is, I mean, or you're this one. Let's say you're this guy. You're this man. You're living in this apartment. You have bed bugs. Bed bugs are happy eating you. They ain't going over here. They're not going to bite this woman because they're happy with you. They don't want this woman. They want you. It is very highly possible that you live in an apartment and the bed bugs are not biting anyone in the apartment but you. Absolutely. Absolutely. They don't get in every apartment, just like they don't get in every hotel room. You know, if you go to a hotel and a hotel has 100 rooms and somebody came and stayed there last night and infested the room with bed bugs, do you think they're going to be in your room right next door? No, they're not going to be in your room. They're going to be in the room where the guy just slept there. They're probably attracted to the woman because she's closer to their hiding spot. No, you did not listen to the story. You did not listen to the story. Okay, let me tell you the story. This man slept in this chair, and he put his fishing stuff in this closet right here. He didn't leave for his second trip until the chair was infested. Before he left for his second trip, the bed bugs did not go to the woman. They went to the man. First. They went to the man first. Okay? They ate him first. They could have eaten her first because they were closer to her, but they did not. They ate the man first. That's what happened. That is the true story. It is a true story about how my life got flipped upside down. And if you'd like to take a minute, I'll sit right there and I'll tell you how I came to Bel Air. Whatever. Let's see. I am getting bit like very few. They were not able to locate any. Let's see. We just got Crossfire after watching your last live. I can't wait to see if it works. It works. Works really well. Crossfire is very effective. So I talked to a guy today from Washington State. He called me. And he was actually surprised to hear that the company that makes it, Crossfire, MGK, does not pay me anything to promote their products. So a lot of YouTubers are called influencers. Do you know what an influencer is? An influencer is somebody that influences you to buy certain products. All right. Now, I talk a lot about Crossfire on my channel. You could say that I am influencing you to buy Crossfire based on my stories, based on my success rate with the chemical, you know, whether or not it's true. Basically, I am influencing you to buy Crossfire. Typically, an influencer will get paid as a, what is it called? They'll get a sponsorship. So what happens is MGK, I would contact MGK or they would contact me and I would say, hey, I've got a famous YouTube channel where I talk about bedbugs and I would like to promote your product. Will you pay me? If you don't pay me, I won't promote your product. That's how it works. But I promote Crossfire because it's a really good chemical. It works really well. And I don't make any money from them. They don't give me no money. MGK never give me nothing. The only thing they ever gave me was I called MGK about 5 years ago when I first started talking about Crossfire on my YouTube channel. And I told them I get so many views a day. I showed them all of my metrics and I explained to them how many people watch my channel. And I said, I would like to get a sponsorship from you to sell Crossfire. And they said, well, we really appreciate, you know, you talking to us and everything, but we're not going to do that. We're not interested in doing sponsorships, but, you know, and so they sent me like, I think like 13 ounce bottles for free. And they said, we just appreciate you liking our product and everything, and here, take this for free. And they gave me Crossfire for free, and I used it up in like 2 weeks. It was gone. But, you know, that's the only thing that MGK ever gave me. They gave it to me like, you know, 5 years ago. Every bit of Crossfire I've ever gotten since then, I've bought myself with my own money. So they don't really do anything for me. Syngenta, Bayer, you know, all these different chemical manufacturers of the pesticides that I promote on my channel, none of them pay me anything. None of them. So, can I use Crossfire with other non-repellent pesticides? So, when I first started using Crossfire, I actually used it in my Alpine DNG. So, I had Alpine WSG. I cleaned the tank, triple rinsed the tank and everything really well, cleaned out the hose, and I use the same tank for Crossfire. My Crossfire B&G right now used to be my old Alpine B&G. So you can use it in the same tank, but I would rinse the tank first. I wouldn't just use it with whatever pesticides you had in it. Let's see. No questions right now, but I just wanted to say thanks for the info you put out. Had to deal with bed bugs recently with your channel. Got me through it. You're the best. Thank you. Pine Sol. Pine Sol is effective in the control of bed bugs and or other bugs. Use Pine Sol without adding any water. What? What is this? Where's my moderator?
Oh, wait, did someone say that?
This guy's stupid. He's stupid. He needs to be, like, put in timeout. He's stupid. Sorry, everybody. One always slips past sometimes.
I just looked at it and it was just
Let's spray bugs with Pine Sol. At least they'll smell like an air freshener.
I hate this.
I love it when my bed bugs smell like a cab. That's just fantastic. Good. Oh.
See, I'm just now seeing that.
Well, I saw it. I see that stuff. I notice that stuff. I'm trying to keep up with actually, the questions have been a lot easier to keep up with tonight, even though I've been talking about the man and the woman. Now, did you pay attention to that story, Alicia?
Yeah.
Of the man and the woman?
Yeah, but you told me about that guy and his fishing trip.
Yep. I drive by his house every month. I think about him every time I drive by his house, and I think about that bedbug job I did every single time. So.
I think that would too.
I do. But anyway, I'm going to turn on the phones. So if somebody wants to call me, they can. Now that I'm done with my story, we had our story time. We're about 45 minutes into the live stream. Let's see if I can find my Skype. If I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Bear with me. I'm working on it. I got to get everything back up now. I had to minimize everything to find my stuff. I use Pine Sol on poison oak. Well, maybe it works on poison oak. I use ivory on poison oak. So my wife and I, we need to do this again, by the way. But my wife and I used to make homemade soap. We used to make lye soap. We used to get the lye, and there's nothing clean you better than a good homemade bar of lye soap. But we made vegetarian soap, so we would use coconut oils and olive oils to make our soaps, and some of them were really great, really, really nice, and like almost like a bar of lotion, but it was soap and it would wash you. It was really good moisturizing soap. And I got into poison ivy. So first thing I did was come inside, took a shower with that vegan soap. All right, let me tell you the problem with using vegetarian or vegan soap on your body. So we didn't use any tallow. We didn't use any animal fats to make our soap. And animal fat is in ivory. I mean, if you get ivory soap, I think they use lard and beef fat and stuff to make their soap. So if you're using an animal soap, the animal soap will actually strip the plant oils off your body, and the plant oils is what comes off of the poison ivy. That's what makes you have an allergic reaction. That's what makes you break out. And I was using this plant-based soap and basically just spreading the poison ivy oil all over my body. I had it all over my arm. I had it all over my chest. I had it on my face. I had it anywhere you would rub soap when you're taking a shower. I had it in my butt crack. I know that's too much information, but you need to understand that I had poison ivy reaction all over my body because I used a vegetarian soap and not an animal fat soap. You have got to use something that will strip that oil off of your skin, or you will have poison ivy in your butt crack. You will, and it will itch. And people think you don't wash your butt, or you won't because you're scratching because you itchy with poison ivy. But I ended up having to go to the doctor. I went to urgent care, and I had to get a prescription to prednisone. It's the only time I have ever taken prednisone in my entire life in order to get rid of it. I was reacting so bad. It was so awful. And not only that, but when I would lay in the bed with my wife and I would put my arm over her, laying with her, she ended up getting it all over her.
Oh, I got it from the soap too.
And from the soap, we had to throw away the bars of soap. It was absolutely horrible. But I've always used ivory when I was a kid, and that take the oil right off. But I have horrible allergic reaction to poison ivy. So, yes, it was really bad. Would you like to say hello to everybody, Emma?
Okay.
Emma's here now. My kids don't go to bed when you tell them to. Lean in. Say hi.
Hi.
Say, how you doing?
How are you doing?
See, if you look right at that camera, they think you're looking at them.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Yeah. And now Charlie's going to come in and butt in because he's nosy.
Hello, Brian.
All right, y'all, go on. Go on. Somebody said you can use activated charcoal soap and it'll take the oil off. That's what one guy said.
Activated charcoal?
There's something about activated charcoal. I don't know. I tried that shampoo bar from one of your live streams and really liked it. What kind of shampoo bar? I tried that shampoo bar from one of your live streams. We didn't show our shampoo bar on a live stream, did we?
We might have shown the Viore one that we use.
What? Is that what it's called?
Did you show Viore?
I don't think so. Somebody said they tried it and it was good.
We've been using Viore. They are fantastic.
Legendary Pest Control says he's trying to get his kids to go to bed. Their room's a mess. Oh man, I made my kids go up and clean their room tonight because it was awful. Can I call and ask a quick question? Well, that's what the phone number is for. Don't hesitate to call if you want to call and ask a question, but everybody is going to hear you, so don't be shy. Everybody is going to hear you. My son can pull poison ivy out of the ground with his bare hands and he won't break out. And my wife used to be able to do it until, well...
I got, like, bathed and stuff.
Yep.
I lost my...
Hello, this is Jason with Green Acres Pest Control. How can I help you?
Hi, Jason. You on live now? Right?
I'm live right now. You are too.
Oh, yeah, great. So, yeah, just a quick question. So basically, I live in an apartment and found bedbugs like two months ago. And checking with the apartment manager, we found that it was the neighbor beside us, which is a whole mess. So we moved away from that, and we thought we cleaned, but actually not. And we had like dogs, or we had an inspection team from Auckland. They came over and to inspect anything, but they weren't able to find. But we still got bitten like once per 2-3 days, and now it's the same. And we had the treatments from Auckland. They said they use non-repellent. I'm not sure what they use, but anyways, the manager resigned, which is a worse news. So I'm not able to know what repellents they use. So the reason why I'm calling is to ask if it's possible that I can use Crossfire with unknown non-repellent pesticides, which has already been applied, but it's been like a month or two.
Yeah, you should be fine. But they
should be good.
Have
okay.
records of what pesticides you use. So in this, at least if it's anything like the state of Virginia, are you in a different country? Because I know she got an accent. Are you in America?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm in Wisconsin.
Okay, so it is the law in Virginia, then more than likely in Wisconsin too. I used to have family that lived in Wisconsin, but actually they still live in Wisconsin. Is Wisconsin a cheese state? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, they still live up there. But anyway, the law in Virginia is you are required by law to keep records of any pesticide applied at any address that it's applied for up to 2 years. I think it's either 3 years or 2 years, but I keep my records like forever. So, but you're required to for non-restricted use and restricted use in the state of Virginia. So basically, Orkin does have a record of what pesticide was used, whether the manager resigned or not. They're required to by law.
Yeah, this is the reason, because I called Orkin and they said the manager or the property owner is the only one who they can tell what kind of pesticides they used, which is annoying.
Oh, well, I guess it lied. It sounds like they're lying to you. But maybe it's probably so another thing is, so in Virginia you're only required to tell the property owner what pesticide was used. So like if you are just living in an apartment, you don't own the house. The only people I would be required to tell is the person that actually owns the house, not the people that are living in the house, which is kind of weird because you're actually living around the pesticide. So if I were to use a chemical in your apartment and you were to have a weird reaction to it or something, I would only be required to tell your landlord. I wouldn't have to tell you.
Oh, that's true.
And that's just weird
that's
because
pretty
how are
legit,
you? What are you going to tell your doctor? Like if you have a reaction, what are you going to tell your doctor? Like I don't know what he used.
No,
They won't tell me.
Yeah.
Because then you
Right.
would think that maybe your landlord would then be required to tell you what he. So like the landlord's basically the middleman in the whole thing, and that's just weird. But that's but yeah, you would be able to use. So if you wanted to use a different chemical. If you wanted to use Crossfire, Tempered, Alpine WSG, any one of those could be used. More than likely, Orkin used Tempered, but I'm not sure. I think that's what they use, but I don't talk to too many guys from Orkin. I don't really know if that's the chemical they use or not. I'm just assuming. But Crossfire's non-repellent, Tempered's non-repellent, Alpine WSG is a non-repellent. So any one of those, you'd be able to use Crossfire right after they use theirs.
Sounds good. Yeah. I think I only checked with them that the people or the technician who did that. He said he used a non-repellent, but not specify what kind of non-repellent pesticides they use.
Right.
Yeah. That would be a really good news. Yeah. I just bought your courses from Udemy, and it's really helpful. I'm preparing to do that next week. Hopefully, I can get rid of the very tiny few. Yeah. Hopefully.
Great. Well, good luck. Let me know. Keep us posted. Come back next week.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
I will, definitely. Thank you
All right.
so much.
You have a good night. Bye.
Thank you. You as well. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had my mic turned down. I heard a little bit of an echo, and so I turned my mic down when it does that so that y'all don't hear the feedback. But, yeah, so if that was a little bit quiet, I actually restated my answer because I realized that I had my mic turned way down. So... Oh, let's see. What's going on here? Do bed bugs have a nest? No, they don't nest. Let's see what this message is. It just came in. Hello, my name is. Wait a minute. What is this? Okay, so is this 2 messages? No, that's from December 8th, 2022. So I keep my messages forever. All right. Let's see. I had a 15 to 20 bedbug infestation last year from work, and I had to get it professionally treated. When I asked what I can buy on my own, he lied and said, I can't find anything that works on the market. Ha! That's really common. That's a really common thing that exterminators tell you that is not true. It's not true. I'm an exterminator. I've been an exterminator since I was 17. You can look me up on the Department of Agriculture's website. It's public knowledge. Said I can't find anything on the market. That's when I found your channel. I brought another bedbug home about a month ago. High-risk job. Laid Crossfire down immediately and haven't seen any evidence since. Now I use it preventatively in my entire apartment and in my car. You're a lifesaver. Thanks again. Yes. So it's really common for exterminators. So exterminators love to say, oh, you can't buy what I use. I got the good stuff. Almost like they're trying to sell it to you out of the back of an Oldsmobile. Like, hey, man, come over here. Hey, let me show you something. I got the really good stuff, man. Let me show you this great stuff. And it's just bullshit. It's not even true at all. In fact, when I go to get my license renewed, every 2 years, I have to go through a course and I have to get recertified, retraining, and all that good stuff. They will stand right up there and say, now you know that the public can buy what you buy. So when you go in, you can't sell the product as in, I've got the good stuff. You can't do that. What you do is you go in and you sell yourself. You say, look, I understand that you can buy the same thing I buy. Like, people will say that. People have said that to me. They say, well, what's stopping me from just buying what you buy and doing it myself? And I'll tell them, I said, nothing. If you think you've got enough experience to use the chemical and do it on your own, then by all means, do it yourself. What you're selling the customer when you go into their house is not the chemical. They could buy that themselves. What you're doing is you're selling your knowledge and your expertise. You know, the fact I've been killing bed bugs for 24 years is enough. You know, if I go in a house with bed bugs, I just tell them, well, I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. I'm 41 years old. 24 years ago, I started killing bed bugs. I'm still killing bed bugs. You know, I've got a lot of experience. That's what you're buying. You may only be killing bed bugs for a couple months. You know, it's not like you've been doing it your whole life like I have. So, why do I feel like fast cap residual is terrible on spiders? I spray my back door and I'll have webs up again the next day. So let me tell you about spiders. It takes a spider about maybe 2 to 4 hours to die after crawling through a pesticide residual, and that's when it's new. That's when it's fresh. That's when it's first applied and when it's first dried. It takes a spider 20 minutes to spin a web. 20 minutes. So if a spider gets up, spins a web, and dies in the web, you know, it's still spun a web. And if you've got a door with a window in it, and the light is shining through the door, and the moths and the mosquitoes and the bugs are coming to your house at night, well, the spider's going to build its web right there at that window, at that light source. Spiders are attracted to light because they hunt for food. If you've got a light you leave on your porch, if you have a dusk to dawn light, if you have, you know, a bathroom light that stays on and shines out through the window, if you have a kitchen light that shines out through the window, spiders are going to build around that window. So, but it's really common. It's really common for people to get cobwebs. In fact, it's really common for me to go behind myself on a job and find dead spiders in spider webs. What killed the spider? You know, I mean, the spray killed the spider. It didn't die by itself. It would still be alive if it didn't go through chemical. So, that is all my water. I did not come prepared. I did not come prepared. But I want to show you something. I want to show you a really cool thing that I've got. Now, at an hour in, if you're real interested, I would appreciate it if you would leave a like on the video. But I want to, let me close the phones one more time. I want to go over something because I don't want to get interrupted. I've got one of the coolest things ever. And I'm going to show it to you live on stream right now. So, does anybody know what this is? Does anybody have a guess? I'd like you to try to guess what this is. No perverts. Can you guess what this is? Let's show you this. Is it going to work? See, there's my charger. It's got light or dark. It's got a reset button. I'll show you this side. It's got lights on it. Anybody know what that is? On, off. It's got a snap button. So this is not a flashlight. This is a microscope. Isn't that neat? It's a microscope. So, I thought I would do something on stream tonight. This is Amber Heard. She dead. No, that's not Amber Heard. That's Amber Heard's cousins. There's Amber Heard right there. She's dead. So what I thought I would do is I would show you how this thing works live. And we'll look at Amber. Y'all want to look at Amber up close? So the way this works is you turn it on. You have to hold this button right here where it says on off. Alright? You turn it on. Did it work? If it will work. Sometimes it... Oh, there we go. Woo! Look at that. It's very bright. But it has to be bright because it's a microscope. So what you do... I'm going to let Amber out of her cage. Because she's dead. Right, Alicia? She's dead. So this is okay, right? She is dead. I promise. I promise she's dead, I think. Alright. So I'm going to show y'all how this works. So what you do is you get your cell phone. I got a cell phone. I am going to put this thing on let's get my, I want to do, I gotta do Wi-Fi. All right, so it's got this little, like this. Okay, so what you do is you do the microscope, like that, and it comes up with this little, it's gonna reflect everything because it's a stupid phone. All right, let me see, is it gonna, you gotta actually attach to the Wi-Fi is what you gotta do. I don't think I'm on the Wi-Fi yet. I have to attach to, this produces a Wi-Fi signal. So what you do is you go into your Wi-Fi settings and you connect to the HV cam. That's what this is called. That's what this is called, a HV cam. Okay? Now I have connected to it. I bring up this. All right. So y'all can watch with me. You want to watch with me? Let me show you what Amber looks like. So here she is. Oh, did it disconnect? No way. Come on, man. You got to work for me, man. You got to work for me. It was working. It's not going to work because I'm trying to use it. It's not going to work because I'm trying to show you guys this really cool thing. And I'm talking it up. And I'm like, this is just the coolest thing in the world. Because I used it just the other day to properly identify a bat bug. So the customer didn't have to pay for a bed bug job. It was fantastic. The lady loved me because I didn't charge her a whole arm and a leg to kill bed bugs. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's turn the phone. Let's reboot my phone because I think that's what it is. I think I need to reboot because I just had an update today. But I really want to show you Amber. It is a really cool thing. It is really neat. People laughing at me because it's not working. Because I want to show them this and they're not working. It's not working. Have you ever seen this thing work, Alicia?
I don't think I have.
It's really cool. You have to watch my channel. You have to watch my video. And then you have to leave a like. Did you like my video, Alicia?
Oh, you know I helped.
You should like my video. You're my wife. You're required to. Y'all aren't required. Well, y'all are required to, too, because you've been here. You're 33 people. Y'all need to like it, too. Or dislike it if you don't like it. But we all know you like it. So you might as well just like it. It's a good show. Am I not entertaining? I think I'm entertaining. I think I'm entertaining enough to get a like. At least one like. Is it gonna work? I don't think so. I really want to show you guys this really cool thing. This really cool thing. There we go. Okay, did I connect? Let's turn off Wi-Fi. Let's turn Wi-Fi back on. Come on. I think I might have to reset the camera. Sometimes you got to reset this thing to get it to work. So I'm taking all this time. It's not working. Let's turn it off. Did it work? No. I'm not going to get to show you guys. I really wanted to show it to you. I really was like really excited to show you guys this really cool thing. I had planned it and everything. I went out to my car and got it. I leave this in my car charging all the time so that I can use it because I use it on the job. Sarah says, OMG, hey, so the crossfire worked for me. Thank you so much for the advice. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad to help you. I need a cute, I'm going to use this. I got to reset this. I'm going to reset it. I'm just going to hit this little reset button right in here. I'll reset. I'm determined to get this thing to work.
So, is it common to have bed bugs under the bed, but not on top?
It happens. Yeah, it happens. Is that what they said?
Yep, that's what they asked. And then Bobby Drake asks,
what about bed bugs and electrical outlets? Sometimes they get in electrical outlets, but they're not as often to get in those unless you just have a really, really bad bed bug infestation. They will get in electrical outlets, but they're not as common in electrical outlets as they are like on box springs and headboards and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's because my cell phone updated. Because it just did it. It just ran an update. Oh, I got it. All right, watch this. Watch this. I'll see it in real time. Will it zoom in? So I'm trying to get this thing to zoom in, and I'm trying to use my camera. Okay, this is not going to work. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Check it out. Look at it. Look at her sitting there all pretty. It ain't the best picture right now because I don't have a lot of light. But I think it's pretty neat. Let me see. Let me brighten it up. Let's see. Alright, so what you do is you get it on there like that. Alright? Now it's really blurry. But watch. I'm going to magnify. Oh. Okay. You ready? There we go. Look at that. See the detail? Isn't that cool? That's so cool. Like you can get it right on her head. That is a bed bug. See her eyes? See her eyes? See her legs? Isn't that neat? That's a pretty cool thing. Huh?
I can't see it very well.
Oh, you will.
Oh,
You
there
will.
go.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Just give it time. It'll get better. Like me. I get better with age. Okay, turn that off. Turn this off. Take Amber and put her back in her cage. Even though she's dead, she ain't gonna hurt nobody. We'll put her back in her little bottle. So I can talk to her again. Talk about her. And show y'all her. But yes. Isn't that neat? I think that's a little neat little tool. I thought I might put that on my Amazon things for people that need to identify bed bugs. Because it's a really good tool to identify a bed bug. But anyway. It's pretty cool. Carry it with me. Somebody gave me a whole bunch of fibers and stuff they had gotten off of their body or off of their bed or whatever, and I was able to look at every single individual little crumb and prove that it was just debris that their dog had tracked into the house and it wasn't actually bugs at all. So it's pretty cool. My dad didn't believe you because he's old school. I was like, Dad, he's a professional. Oh, well, yeah. I like to at least pretend I am. Jason, I heard bed bugs come from bats. Is that true? People say that. But now there's new research out that actually pulls dinosaur DNA from bed bugs. Hello, this is Jason with Green Acres Pest Control. Can I help you?
Hi, Jason. This
Hi.
is Sojong. I'm a huge fan of your channel, and I've been watching it religiously for like the past month, ever since we got our own little bedbug infestation. So I have a question which needs to be prefaced by our situation, I guess.
Okay.
So we're pretty sure we got our bedbugs from an Airbnb we stayed at, because the day we checked out, my boyfriend started itching like crazy, and I don't think I personally react at all, but like he does. So we went to urgent care like 2 days after checking out, and the doctor said it looked like bedbug bites, but like the only way to really find out is to get like a canine inspection or like an inspection done at your home. So we got that done on Friday of that week, and the dog detected the bedbug scent. So we scheduled our first treatment the following Tuesday, and they used Tempered and Cymexa the first time, and then the second time they used Suspend SC, something all like that, 2 weeks after. But we still were getting bites, and when we had the professionals come visually inspect, they found like a dead nymph. So like after 2 treatments, they still found like a dead nymph that had recently fed because it wasn't transparent. So they finally used Crossfire. I had been asking them to use Crossfire, but they were saying, oh, they don't carry it or they whatever. So they used Crossfire for the 3rd time. And since we're so paranoid, we treated again with Crossfire. So in total, we did 4 treatments, all 2 weeks apart. The last one, we did it ourselves using Crossfire. And that was this past Sunday. And we're wondering, what do we do now? We have a canine inspection scheduled for end of this month.
When is the canine scheduled?
August 24th.
Yeah, next
Oh, so it's next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday.
Right. So
but yeah,
I think you've got your canine scheduled a little too soon. When is the last time you got bit or found a bed bug, or how long ago has it been?
Right. I actually did create a calendar event when that happened. Oh, it was August 7th.
Oh, so it's been 10 days because today's the 17th. So you
Yeah.
haven't been bit in 10 days or found anything in 10 days.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, it might be all right to have the bed. I usually tell people to wait at least a month or 2 before you have a dog come out just to make sure that all the bed bugs are dead, because it can take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks for all of the bugs to actually come out and die, because bed bugs don't need to feed every day. And so they'll only come out, like the adults, they only come out when they need a blood meal, and the nymphs only come out once a week to feed. And so they don't feed until they're ready to shed their skins. They don't actually feed. And so a nymph will only feed once every 6 to 10 days. In fact, I will get calls usually after an initial. I will get calls typically 2 weeks later complaining, I've got bed bugs again. It worked really good for about 2 weeks, and now they're all over the place again. And I'm like, that's normal, because they have to come out. If they don't come out, they won't die. And so they will eventually make their way into the house. And also the chemical starts to lose its effectiveness, meaning that it's not that it isn't killing the bugs, it's that it's killing them slower. It's not killing them as quick. So they can make it further into the room, they can bite you, and then die. And so you'll start getting bites. You may even find dead casings. You may find dead bugs closer to the 2 and 3 week mark. So that's completely normal. You cannot, I don't know of anyone, even these guys that do these heat treatments and stuff, I don't know anyone that can get rid of bed bugs in the first week without spraying some kind of pesticide, because the pesticide will last for, Crossfire lasts for a month. Tempered lasts for only about 10 days. You have to reapply it every 10 days. That's how you get rid of bed bugs with Tempered. And so if they're not applying it every week to 10 days, then you're not going to get rid of bed bugs with Tempered anyway. But Crossfire, you apply it once, and then you don't have to apply it again for a month. I know there's people that will do it every 2 weeks, but it's not needed. It's overkill.
Okay. So our first Crossfire treatment was July 26th, which is why we scheduled our canine inspection for about 30 days from that.
Right. Yeah,
Do you
that's
think
about
we
right.
need to?
But the thing is
Okay.
that you had bite 10 days ago. And so the reason I say you may get a false positive. So when the dog comes in, so dogs are trained on the smell of dead bed bugs. Dogs are trained on the smell of live bed bugs, and dogs can sometimes pull a false positive after a pesticide is sprayed, and they will actually, because they can smell the chemical, and they'll be like, oh, I know what that smell is. That's the smell of chemicals. I think bed bugs are here, and they'll trigger on that. And so that's why you usually want to schedule it out a month or more from the last time a pesticide is used, because the dog is triggering on what it knows in its mind reminds it of bed bugs, and sometimes that's a chemical. You have to constantly retrain your dogs. Dogs have to be retrained all the time. in order to keep them. I mean, police dogs do too. They have to constantly retrain police dogs to make sure they can properly smell drugs and stuff like that. And canines that smell bed bugs are the exact same way. They have to retrain them every so often in order to keep their nose keen to what an actual bed bug smells like.
Got it. Okay, so there's a chance that even if we didn't have any bugs, the dog might
It's a
pick up on
possibility.
a chemical.
It's a
I
possibility,
see.
yes. And so, I mean, I don't know for sure. It depends on how well the dog is trained.
Right, got it. Okay. Because, yeah, so we're kind of in a tough spot right now because we already
Everything
signed a
might be
lease
fine.
on a
I
new.
mean, so I don't want you to
Yeah, so
automatically just think just because I mean, I'm a doom and gloom kind of guy anyway. I just expect things out of people, and because I'm very OCD. That's my problem. But I mean, truthfully, that's my issue. And when I see other exterminators, I'm like, why did you do it that way? Don't you know that's not the right way? And so, but then I kind of
right.
step back and kind of think, the reason. All right, I talk a lot about Crossfire. The reason I do is because that's what I use. That's what I'm familiar with. That's what I know works. I know that temperate, I've used temperate before. I've used temperate for things like cockroaches. It's really good for cockroaches. It's really good for ants. But when it comes to bed bugs, I know what the label says. Oh, they're coming to get you. They go come get you right now. I hear them. I hear them right outside.
Hmm.
But no,
Right, yeah.
the thing is that there are other things out there that exterminators are doing that do work. Like I had a guy talking in Discord the other night, and he was like, this exterminator is going to use so many different pesticides, and they're using Phantom, they're using, I think, Tempered, Semexa, several other things, and I'm like, give them a chance. They might get rid of your bugs. If you've already contracted them to come out there, don't just fire them because they're not going to use Crossfire. You may not find a local exterminator that uses Crossfire, and if they're doing all of that, more than likely it's going to get rid of your bugs. And the reason I say that is because if you've got, let's use a number, 100 is easy to work with. So if you've got 100 bugs and 80% of those bugs, which would be 80, are going to die from temperate. But the 20% that don't die, the reason they don't die is because they're immune. But if you're also using Phantom, then hopefully the Phantom will kill that 20%. And even if you've got, out of 100 bugs, the 80 that will die, hopefully that 20 that's in that pool that are resistant to temperate aren't resistant to Phantom. And so what you're doing is you're using multiple products in order to increase your chance of success. And a lot of exterminators do that. I mean, I've done that my entire life in order to get rid of roaches. And so it's completely normal to do that with bed bugs too. And sometimes exterminators do just fine with a mix rather than, just one sole chemical by itself.
Got it. Okay. So we're kind of in a tough spot right now because we had already signed a lease on a new apartment. So we were planning to move, and we were struck by this bed bug situation. So we're kind of in a limbo. We're paying for two places. I mean, thankfully I own my current place, so we don't have to rush to move out, but we're still paying for two places. So we were hoping that, we could maybe get an all clear from a canine inspection the 24th, and that'll give us the clearance to move. But I'm wondering, should we wait longer?
I mean, if you own the place and you can afford, it just depends. The thing is that you don't want anything to come back and bite you either. And that's one of the problems with selling or, a house that could possibly have bed bugs in it. You could you could end up with a lawsuit. Especially if it's obvious you knew you had a problem because you've had pest control out there. And so that's one of the things that you're kind of like, yeah, the bed bug dog may be fine that comes into your house. He may, if you haven't been bit in 10 days, usually I tell people 30 days. You want to go 30 days from the last bite, and that would imply that you don't have bed bugs anymore. That's industry standard. You wouldn't have. So let me be more precise. So 30 days from the last time you were bit, from blood stains, from casings, or from bugs. You won't have any of those things, those 4 things. And if you're absent those 4 things, you're probably bed bug free. But it's been 10 days since you last had a sighting. And so I would still tell people, you want to go at least, almost 3 weeks from today. You'll want to go at least that far until you are bed bug free, because that would be 30 days. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's better to be.
And that's industry
cautious.
standard. There are some that kind of bend those rules. There are certain bed bug eggs that can lay dormant for a couple of months before they hatch. It's rare. It does happen. There's always an exception to the rule, but that's extremely rare. It doesn't happen very often at all.
I see. Got it. Okay. That's super helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. I would have the dog come in. If it were me and you're asking my advice, I would probably have the dog come in. If you can stretch it one more week, I would do that. But if the dog has to come out next week, I'd have the dog come out. But if you can stretch it at least 1, maybe 2 more weeks, I would do that just to be sure.
Okay, that's super helpful. Thank you.
No problem. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry.
Yes.
My boyfriend has a question for you.
Okay.
Hello, Jason, and thank
Hello,
you for
my boyfriend.
Hi, I'm the boyfriend. Anyway, nice to meet you, and thank you very much.
Of course.
So when we got the first dog inspection, everything was out in the open. We didn't pack everything up, but before when we got the exterminators, they told us to also bag everything up and move everything that's not.
I would. I disagree with that. A lot of exterminators will come out and they'll say, you need to bag up all your stuff. And I think that's a really bad practice. I don't agree with that practice at all. And the reason I don't agree with that, can you hear me? Okay. I can't hear you. But my sound went dead on my app. I think I had a connection issue. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this. I'll just get this thought finished out, and then I'm going to have to hang up because I can read it. I can tell you can still hear me, but nobody can hear you. But anyway, so I disagree with exterminators telling people to bag up all their stuff. And the reason that I say that is because when you bag your stuff up, let's assume that you take and put a bed bug in one of those bags. Then you go and you're living out of bags. That's pretty crappy, because if you unload those bags and there's bed bugs still in those bags, they're going to come out and they're going to start biting you, and you're going to have reinfestation issues. So, hey, Alicia, can you still see my stream? Am I still streaming?
Yeah, I can still see you streaming, yeah.
Okay, and you can hear me okay?
I would have to unmute you, and I don't
Go
have
ahead, try it.
AirPods.
Just try it real quick. Can you hear me okay? You can't, can you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that people can hear me, because we had a hiccup on the internet and I lost my Skype call and I thought I lost my stream, but I don't think I have. So good. But anyway, I hope I got that across. What do y'all think about that? What do you think? What does chat think? I would like to know what chat thinks about bagging up all of your stuff and then treating your house for bed bugs and leaving your stuff in bags and basically living out of plastic bags while there's bed bugs potentially in those plastic bags. I feel like it's too high of a risk of reinfestation, personally. I mean, some of these houses I go in are heavily infested, and it would be a really bad idea to bag stuff up in these houses, because you're definitely going to take and put bed bugs in those bags. So that's how I feel. What do you think, AJ?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to bag them up, that's the worst thing you could possibly do, is bag stuff up.
See, this girl right here says, so I've bagged up all my stuff, then washed it and found bed bugs in the washer.
Yeah, no, the thing is you don't want to do anything to disturb the bed bugs. want to prevent them from coming to you to feed. Because anything you do, whether you put interceptors on your bed, whether you bag up all your stuff, whether you take everything that's in your house and move it to a storage unit to treat your house, spraying diatomaceous earth, putting down, repellent chemicals, whatever it is that you try to do, you need to just not do that. And you need to spray the surface with Crossfire and let them come to you. If you struggle with hoarding, you do not need to clear out your room and get everything out. You need to make sure that the bed bugs can get to you and that your surface that you are laying on, that they got to crawl through, is treated.
Right.
That is the number one thing. Anything you do to impede that is going to make it take longer.
Right.
And risk reinfestation.
Exactly.
I mean, we had someone catching bed bugs in jars.
That was so stupid.
And we're like, you can't do that.
Yeah, I actually had a customer do this one time. I was going to their house, and I treated it 3 times in a row. All right, this is back when I was using different chemicals. I went 3 times in a row. And I went to this woman's house, and they were saving bed bugs in baby food jars. They were saving them in baby food jars. They would find them and put them in a jar. And I'm like, why haven't you just killed them? Why are you saving them? You're risking reinfestation. A baby food jar that has had the wax seal already broken is not going to seal bed bugs. Those things are horribly sealed. This is sealed way better. It's got an actual seal around the lid where it can seal tight to this. It's better than a baby food jar. Is not going to keep bed bugs out. It's just wax. We have carpet and are thinking of removing it. Should we wait until the bed bugs are gone? I mean, bed bugs don't live in carpet if you're concerned. They just live around the edge of the baseboard. So if you want to replace your carpet, replace it anytime you want. But it has nothing to do with bed bugs. Bed bugs don't live in carpet. Fleas live in carpet, not bed bugs. So, but I think I am going to call it a night. It's been fun chatting with you guys. Oh, I wanted to show you. This is the I showed it earlier, but this is the microscope that I use. It's a newer model because I've had mine for a while, but this is the one that I use. That, I mean, it's almost identical. They got the buttons in a different spot. But see, what's really neat is because it's got, like, you see that little button? It's got like a camera. So mine has got this. It says snap on the side. See how it says snap right there? That'll actually snap a photo if you get the right angle and you really like it. You could press that button and it will save it to your cell phone. It'll actually save it. So the way it works is it communicates Wi-Fi with my cell phone. And so my phone it's an iPhone. It'll also work with Android too, but I use iPhone. And so it sends a signal. It sends the picture from here to here and saves it in a special file. Let me show you. I can show you actually some of the ones because it actually puts it in its own album. So you'll have a photo album that is divided up away from all of your other albums, so you can actually find all of the up-close pictures you've taken, which is pretty neat, I think. Like, so, see, this is one of the bedbug pictures I took. And then you can swipe it, let's see. And then there's another one, and another one. And see, that's just really cool because I just feel like, and then you got up close, like the hair. See, that's a bat bug. See how hairy he is? That's a bat bug. And so I was able to actually properly identify the fact that the lady didn't have bed bugs at all. She had bat bugs. And so you can actually treat for bat bugs, and it's a lot cheaper than bed bugs. So, is Harris toughest bedbug killer as good as Crossfire? No, it's not. But anyway, this is the one I use. This is the microscope that I use, but it's like $30. It's cheap. It's cheap. And I think every exterminator should have one. I keep it in my bag, my pest control bag. It's got my iPad and all that stuff that I use for work. in there, and it's got this, and so I can communicate back and forth with my other devices wirelessly and send actually up close pictures, which I showed you how to do it live on camera. So it's really just a neat thing. And I don't sell these on my Amazon page, but I think I might put one over there. But anyway, it's pretty neat. So hopefully you guys have a really great night, and enjoy your weekend. And y'all sleep tight. Don't let bed bugs bite. And I'm going to get on out of here. I got to go use bathroom, but I've been on long enough. I got to get some sleep. I got a long day tomorrow. So y'all have a great one, and I appreciate everything y'all do for me, liking the channel, sharing me all over the place, and checking out my videos whenever they come up. Typically Tuesdays are when I do my videos, and like live stream every Thursday night. So I'll see y'all next week. And y'all have actually next week I won't be here next week. Guess whose birthday's coming up? I gotta celebrate my wife's birthday. She's gonna be 21. Y'all probably didn't know I had such a young wife. She's the most beautiful woman in the whole world, but she's only 21 years old. She's gorgeous. We gotta celebrate. Take her out and get her first drink. It's gonna be just fantastic. You don't ever ask a woman her age. You know, not supposed to do that. And I'm not going to tell her age. Well, she's 21. That's right. I told her age, didn't I? Told her age live on the stream. So now everybody knows you're 21, honey. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Y'all have a good night. Let's see if I can play out some music for you guys. If I can get it to work. Oh, I closed my window. Let me see if I can get my outro music to play here. It's all the do 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 do. See, that's how it plays. See, I was really close, wasn't I?